The world of trade is changing a lot. The US-China trade war has shaken things up. Businesses are looking for safer places to make their things. Vietnam is becoming a really important place in all of this. It's in a good spot, has lots of factories, and is easy to invest in. This makes it a good option instead of China. As of December 2024, Vietnam is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. In 2023, its economy grew by a strong 6.5%. This, along with its skilled workers and good trade rules, makes Vietnam a great place for US businesses. Trade between the two countries has grown a lot, with Vietnam selling many things to the US. But there are some problems. The US might add taxes on things from Vietnam because of President Trump's America First plan. Also, Vietnam has to deal with a world where countries like Brazil, Russia, India, and China, the BRIC nations, are becoming more powerful. Donald Trump's return as president in 2025 has made things uncertain in the world of trade. His America First plan, which tries to protect US businesses, worries other countries, including Vietnam. Trump likes to add taxes, called tariffs, on things from other countries. This is a big problem for Vietnam because it sells a lot of things to other countries. Trump has already added taxes on things from China, and people worry he'll do the same to Vietnam. This would make things from Vietnam more expensive in the US, so people might not buy them. This could hurt Vietnam's economy. It's hard to know what will happen because Trump can change his mind quickly. While the US and China are fighting about trade, something else big is happening. The BRIC nations, Brazil, Russia, India, and China, are becoming more powerful. These countries have lots of people and growing economies, and they are changing the world. They buy lots of things, which helps countries like Vietnam. Vietnam is in a good spot to sell to these countries. But the BRIC nations can also be a problem. China is a big trading partner for Vietnam, but it's also a big competitor. Vietnam has to be careful. It needs to trade with China but also trade with other countries too. Vietnam has lots of good things going for it, but also some tough problems. Its strong economy, good location, and young skilled workers are all good. The US-China trade war gives Vietnam a chance to get businesses to move their factories from China to Vietnam. Vietnam is a good choice because it's cheaper to make things there, it has good roads and ports, and the government is stable. Also, more people in Vietnam have money now and want to buy things so US companies can sell to them. But Vietnam needs to fix some problems too. It needs to make sure it's trading fairly with the US. The relationship between the US and Vietnam is at an important point. The changing world of trade, Trump's policies, and the rise of the BRIC nations make things complicated, but there are also good opportunities for both countries. Vietnam needs to be smart and keep making its economy better, building better roads and schools, and being friendly with other countries. The US needs to be careful and strategic about trade. If the US and Vietnam work together, they can both do well in the future. Vietnamese Can 1. Vì the Ngay Kang Tang Qua Vietnam Trong Boi Can Thuong Mai Tuan Cao De Doi Ngoi Dan Chuyen. Buk Tran Thuong Mai Tuan Cao Dang Tri Qua Mot Su De Doi Man Mi. Quoc Chin Thuong Mai Mai Trung De Gai Chan Dong Nen King Te Tuan Cao. Kak Don Yip Dang Dan Gia Lai Choi Kong Ong Qua Ho. Tim Kim Su On Din Trong Boi Can Bat On. Trong Boi Can Duok Din Hin Lai Nay. Vietnam Da Noi Len Nu Mot Nan Te Quan Trong. Vi Tri Chin Luok, Ngan San Suat Dang Phat Trien Va Moi Truong Dao Tu Hap Dan Da Din Vi Vietnam Nu Mot Lua Chan De The Ka Thi Cho Trong Quoc. Tin Den Thang 12 Nam 2024. Vietnam La Mot Trong Hung Nen Kin The Phat Trien Nan Nat The Gioi. Voi Muk Tang Truong GDP Man Mi 6. 5% Trong Nam 2023. Dong Luk Kin Tene, Kung Voi Luk Luong Lao Dong Ngai Kang Ko Tai Ngai Kao Va Kak Chin Sach Thuong Mai Thuan Loi. Kien Vietnam Trotan Diem Den Hap Dan Cho Kak Dong Ng Hiep Mai. Thuong Mai Song Thuong Giwa Hai Nuok Da Tang Vot. Voi Vietnam Noi Le Nu Mot Na Juat Cao Lon Sang Li Truong Mai. Tui Nien, Moi Quan Hi Thuong Mai Dang Phat Trien Ne Kung Pai Doi Mat Voi Nung Thach Thuc. Bong Mak Wat Lu Quan Mai. do chong trin yi su nuok my tren het kwa tong thong Trump tak day, dang hien hu ro rang, ngoi ra, Vietnam fight yu huang su puk tap kwa motra tu tuang mai tuan kaung gai kang bian huang boy kak kwak jia BRIC.